The following Diva contest is a submission match. Making her way to the ring from San Francisco, California, Kitty.
The roar in this building can be heard from the street. The entire Divas locker room has been talking about how she's been looking of late, and I have to agree.
And approaching the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
Here comes Natalya, a diva with Hall of Fame blood running through her veins.
That's right, Cole. A third-generation competitor, Natalya only knows the life of sports entertainment. You'd have to believe that gives her an edge against the other divas.
You know that she's been looking forward to this match for a long, long time.
The bell is rung, and it's time for the submission match.
Barely any damage has been inflicted so far, but this one's not over yet.
Here we go.
What do you have on Natalya?
As Natalya likes to say, she's natty by nature. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I like it.
She drops her hard. Into the collar and elbow tie-up. Only one competitor comes out ahead here.
Yeah, this is one of the classic ways to test your opponent.
Natalya is one of the most powerful women to ever compete in sports entertainment. She has the history of this business in her DNA, and as the only female graduate of the Heart Dungeon, Natalya can do anything in the ring. Whether she has the Divas Championship or not, Natalya always carries herself like a champion.
Well, Natalya's strength and intensity has propelled her to great heights. Natalya's one of the most arm lock applied. That can't feel good.
She's on a roll now.
What diabolical things are going through that mind right now?
When you get in control like this, you want to throw everything at your opponent. And that could be what we're seeing here. And she drops like a sack of potatoes.
She appears to be extra slow regaining her base.
Natalya's unbelievable power and immeasurable determination has brought her great triumph in the face of adversity. When she enters the ring, she's given it everything she has and then some to compete and defeat her opponent. That's the only way Natalya knows how to do it. Both of these competitors have so much resolve, it's going to take a minor miracle to keep one of them down. Ow, that hurt. I'm told her photo galleries are responsible for a good portion of WWE.com's huge traffic numbers last month. Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
When Natalya's in the ring, her beauty makes it difficult to focus on the match. But when she starts dominating her opponent in the ring, you realize right away that you're witnessing greatness. I know what it's like to wear a crown, and believe me, Natalya's truly the Queen of Hearts. She's having a real hard time getting back to her feet.
Looking good now.
Look out!
She's not playing any games tonight. Everyone better watch out. Even me.
What about me? I have a feeling we're going to see several more demonstrations like that before the night's over.
With this domination, Natalya's looking like her father, WWE legend Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
It's nearly impossible to deal with this type of power. Natalya is the only female to graduate from the famous Hart Dungeon. She wrestled all over North America, Europe, and Japan before coming to WWE as the manager of the tag team known as the Hart Dynasty. A former Divas champion, Natalya is one of the most popular cast members of Total Divas. And you know, Michael, I love that show.
Thinking to avoid that.
This match may end right here.
The East River crossing.
Oh, that has to hurt right there.
Now that's a finishing move. This thing might be all over. What offense Natalya is showing at this point.
King, you mentioned earlier the impressive fact that Natalya is the only female graduate of the Hart Dungeon in Calgary. Natalya is also the only third-generation female competitor in WWE. She's ruled the ring as manager of WWE Tag Team Champions, is a former Divas champion, and has had WrestleMania moments at the 26th and 30th show of shows.
Yeah, you know, Cole, I remember hearing,
whoa! And she fights her way out.
Oh, it might be smart for the ref to call for the bell. That neck looks to be in bad shape. Those moves sap the strength right out of you. Oh, man, this has got to hurt.
Just a dominating display.
Yeah, I think we could see a lot of punishment inflicted here. No, not again. Oh, man, no solace for Natalya here.
Look at this. She's so dangerous.
The icing on the cake from Natalya training in her family's dungeon is the way she applies the sharpshooter. Taught to her by her Hall of Fame uncle Bret Hitman Hart. When Natalya cranks back on the sharpshooter, she dismembers an opponent's entire spinal column.
What diabolical things are going through that mind right now?
When you get in control like this, you want to throw everything at your opponent. And that could be what we're seeing here.
Great match here, but if you missed any of the matches from this week, go to WWE.com to catch up on all the action.
I go to WWE.com all the time to catch up on the Divas.
When Natalya takes that first step in with her left leg, the crowd roars with excitement as her opponent screams with fear because everyone knows that her locking in the sharpshooter is a certainty. Natalya's power makes the sharpshooter one of the most formidable submissions in all of WWE.
Oh, formidable is right. I was in Bret Hart's sharpshooter, and I can tell you that the pain is excruciating. While I wouldn't mind getting on the mat with Natalya, I don't need to do so like that. Thanks, but no thanks. She is such a professional. She knows exactly what she's doing in there.
Great Divas action here in WWE.
All Diva action is always great, Cole. You know I love the Divas.
And there's the Natty by nature. Next.
You're right about that. Who's next after that?
Call your friends, let them know what's going on right now in this awesome match.
You're right about that. Cole, call your one friend.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this.
Yeah, you really have to enjoy hurting someone. How much pain is that arm in now? This is such a painful hold.
Just a dominating display.
Yeah, I think we could see a lot of punishment inflicted here. Oh, the offense of Natalya is working well right now. Ah! Oh, wow.
She appears to be extra slow regaining her base. Submission locked in, and this might be it.
I couldn't stand being in a hold like this, unless she's the one applying it.
What diabolical things are going through that mind right now?
When you get in control like this, you want to throw everything at your opponent. And that could be what we're seeing here.
Gonna have to compartmentalize some of the pain that's been dished out and find a way to forge on.
She's clearly not shy about proving her dominance.
Absorbing a little bit of punishment here. Nothing to be overly concerned about, though.
The flow of the match has changed again.
This match has been 100 miles per hour since the opening bell.
And I don't see any slowing down in the future. This is a great matchup. I love it.
Oh, the East River Crossing.
Oh, that has to hurt right there. Nowhere to go. Can she do it? Can she work her way out of this hold? Hang on. And she powers out. Watch out here. On the offensive here.
There's a special background required to perfecting offense like this. It grounds your opponent, wears them down, and can break their spirit.
And there it is, the sharpshooter. Searing pain has to be going through that lower back. Oh, hey, she's tapping. You want to talk about crowd pleasing?
Here's your winner, Natalya.
What a phenomenal contest. I can guarantee this match will be discussed heavily over on WWE.com.
As well it should be. This is one that the social media will be buzzing about for weeks. Well, there's no shame in tapping out to that move. Wow, that looked incredibly painful.
And I'll tell you, the roof nearly blew off this place in Rosemont when the bell finally rang to end this one.